Breaking news out of our newsroom. A Texas parole board has denied parole for Yolanda Saldivar. Now, she's the woman who was convicted of killing Tejano music icon Selena back in 1995. Saldivar has spent decades behind bars for fatally shooting the young singer at a Texas hotel or motel after being sentenced to life in prison. Now, the panel said that her case will be eligible to be reviewed again for parole in 2030.
Bye-bye, bitch.
Hey players, so Yolanda Saldivar stinking ass was denied parole today. And I'm going to go ahead and keep it a stack with you. It's probably the best place for her because I know a whole bunch of people that want to ride at dawn for our Selenas. I declare, honey, we was ready to kick it in PV. So as we all know, nearly 30 years ago, on March 31st, 1995, Yolanda Saldivar murdered Selena in cold blood at the Days Inn in Corpus Christi. And ever since she was convicted of this horrific crime, she's been trying to backpedal and pussy pop out of her conviction. She's made every excuse under the sun on the reason why this occurred. But the real reason why was because she was losing her connection to Selena, her only connection to relevancy. And that's the reason why she decided to murder Selena in cold blood by shooting her in the back. And Selena was one of the most talented, one of the most humble, one of the most beautiful artists that we will ever see in this lifetime. And Yolanda stole Selena from all of us because she was losing that connection because she was a thief. The only person that ever made her feel valued in life. And not only did she steal money from her, but she also stole her life from her. So I do not feel sorry for Yolanda Saldivar. She was denied parole today. She'll be eligible again in 2030. And if I'm still making videos, I'm going to speak out just like I spoke out before. This last documentary that she did where she tried to blame Selena for her own death, her and her family tried to blame Selena for her own death and tried to smear her name with this other BS was absolutely despicable. And I'm hoping that at that parole hearing, somebody actually played some snippets and knew that Yolanda is not remorseful for what she did to Selena. Okay, y'all, I'm done. So back to the details. So Selena's husband, Chris Perez, and the Quintanilla family issued a joint statement on social media that says they are grateful for the decision to deny Yolanda Saldivar's parole. It went on to say, while nothing can bring Selena back, this decision reaffirms that justice continues to stand for the beautiful life that was taken from us and from millions of fans around the world far too soon. Selena's legacy is filled with love, music, and inspiration. We are committed to preserving her memory and ensuring that her story is honored with the dignity and respect that it deserves. Selena was only 23 years old when Yolanda Saldivar stole her life. Continue to rest in peace, Selena, and I am so glad that justice continues to be served on your behalf. Players, put your thoughts in the comments. This is Double D Mo for the Black Accurate News.
The woman convicted of killing Tejano music legend Selena Quintanilla Perez has been denied parole after spending 3 decades behind bars for fatally shooting the young singer at a Texas motel in 1995. The state's parole board announced Thursday Yolanda Saldivar will continue serving a life sentence at the prison in Gatesville, Texas, after a 3-member panel of the Texas Board of Pardons and Parole voted not to release her. In a statement explaining the denial, the board said the panel found that Saldivar continues to pose a threat to public safety and that the nature of the crime indicated a conscious disregard for the lives, safety, and property of others. Oh, boy. Her case will be eligible to review again for parole in 2030. The singer, to her fans as Selena, was one of the first Mexican Americans to make it into the mainstream music scene on the verge of crossing over into the English language pop market when she was killed. Salvador founded Selena's fan club and had been the manager of the singer's clothing boutique, Selena, etc., until she was fired in early March 1995 after money was discovered missing. Selena, a Corpus Christi native, was 23 years old when she was shot in the back with a .38 caliber revolver at a Days Inn motel in Corpus Christi on March 31st, 1995. She was able to run to the motel lobby where she collapsed. She was pronounced dead at a hospital an hour later. Motel employees testified that Selena named Yolanda in room 158 as her attacker. I didn't mean to do it. I didn't mean to kill anybody, sobbing Saldivar said. During a 9-hour standoff with police, she told police she had brought a .38 caliber revolver to kill herself. More than 50,000 people lined up to view Selena's body the day before she was laid to rest in Seaside Memorial Park on April 3rd, 1995, just 13 days before her 24th birthday. Wow. Her trial was moved to Houston because of publicity surrounding the case. Yolanda testified that she intended to kill herself during the confrontation with Selena, but that the gun misfired. October 23rd, 1995, a jury in Houston convicted Yolanda of first-degree murder. She was sentenced to life in prison with the possibility of parole after 30 years. While in prison, Yolanda, a former nurse, obtained a paralegal and associate degree in criminal justice and has filed several civil rights complaints alleging mistreatment by the state's prison system. According to court records, she also helped other inmates and filed. Oh my gosh. Come here, you bad baby. Ugh. Petitions. In court documents filed in 2016, Yolanda said she was being held in protective custody, meaning she was segregated from other inmates because prison officials were concerned for her safety due to the high-profile nature of her case. She filed several appeals on her conviction, but all were rejected. Selena, the Queen of Tejano, rose to stardom and won a Grammy during a Tejano music boom in the early 1990s. Her hits included Bidi Bidi Bam Bam, Como la Flor, Amor Prohibido, and No Me Cora Más. Tu Solo Tu. Dreaming of You, her English language crossover album released a few months after her death, topped the Billboard 200 and featured hits I Could Fall in Love and Dreaming of You. She had a biopic in 1997. The Grammys awarded Selena a posthumous Lifetime Achievement Award in 2021. Wow. Thank God she is not getting out of prison. And I hope in 2030, she'll probably be dead by then.
Okay, y'all, so it has just been confirmed through not only Chris Perez, but the entire Quintanilla family that Yolanda Stanky Yanky Saldivar is going to stay her ass right in the jail where she needs to be. Yes, God. What makes you think you were going to get out in the first place? You literally made that stupid ass documentary thinking that, oh, we're going to feel bad for Yolanda, poor Yolanda. You took a fucking legend away from us. This woman touched so many hearts, so many lives. This is so, she's so impactful. Selena is still, till this day, touching so many hearts and souls. What makes you think you were going to get out? Justice. That's all I can say.
What's up, y'all? So did y'all see? Yes, okay. We are not letting Yolanda out. Let her ass stay in there where she belongs. Taking that beautiful woman away. And for what? Because you doing shit you ain't had no business doing. Right. That's exactly where your ass need to be. In jail. Let's clap one time for Selena. Selena!
Breaking news, after 30 years, they've now made a decision on whether or not Yolanda Saldivar will receive parole. A panel met in Texas on Thursday to discuss her parole. They say, quote, after a thorough consideration of all available information, which included any confidential interviews conducted, it was the parole panel's determination to deny parole to Yolanda Saldivar. The next time Yolanda Saldivar will be up for a parole review will be March 2030. The panel said that the violent nature of the crime is the reason for the denial, saying, quote, the record indicates that the instant offense has elements of brutality, and that she indicated a conscious disregard for anyone's life during the crime. Selena went to the hotel room where Yolanda was staying on March 31st, 1995. She did so to collect tax documents. However, an altercation ensued and she was SHOT in the back by Yolanda. She was able to exit the hotel room and make it to the lobby where she told the individuals working there that Yolanda was the person responsible. After a 9-hour standoff, Yolanda was arrested and booked into the jail. She had a trial where she was then sentenced to life in prison with the possibility of parole after 30 years. Her case had gone into the review process about 6 months before she first became eligible. To stay up to date on this case, make sure you click the playlist below. I'll keep you guys updated. What do you think? Drop in the comments.
So it looks like Yolanda Saldivar's family accuses Selena of provoking her own. So for those who don't know, Yolanda Saldivar was basically Selena's assistant, her fan club manager. She did a lot of stuff for Selena. Up until the mismanagement of Selena's business and her music career, there were concerns of her embezzling, mismanaging certain financial records. Selena and her family had distrusted Yolanda, so they were looking to fire and replace her. Sources say the day that Selena unfortunately passed away was the day that Yolanda Saldivar was supposed to get terminated from her job, and assuming that she didn't want to lose any of that, I'm not sure what was going on through Yolanda's head. I'm just happy that justice is being served where it needs to be served. Let me know in the comments below. Do you guys think Yolanda's family is bugging?
Oh no, she's in a truck here. She's in a truck.
Come on. That's it, they grabbed her. That's it.
Saldivar surrendered following a nearly 10-hour standoff.
Selena was one of the first Mexican-American artists to break into the mainstream music scene. She was 23 years old when she was shot in the back at a Days Inn motel in Corpus Christi back on March 31st of 1995. She ran to the motel's lobby where she then collapsed and was pronounced dead at a hospital. Now, motel employees were able to testify that Selena did name her killer.